Hello, can people hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I've got Mr. Lin on my screen and got a Mark. Can you all hear me? If you can give me a thumbs up. Okay. Okay, I'm supposed to be recording this. It says I'm recording this. I was going to wait till actually 10 a.m. to start. Still 4 minutes, according to my computer. This will be my third round of Zoom meetings, and I haven't done too well with the first two. At least the actual session seems to go okay, but I haven't been able to record them. I'm an idiot.
Professor, can you hear me?
So we'll see if this goes better. Yeah. I think it's going okay. Why don't you come down? Come on down, just take a look. It says it's recording. Yes. Does this look like it's recording to you?
Well, yeah.
Recording.
Yeah, it should work.
Okay.
You may have the other things recorded, you just can't find them on your hard drive.
I know where to look.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah.
I'll come down and look.
Okay. That was my at-home technical assistant. So hate to stare at each other for the next well, it's just 2 minutes now, but maybe we'll start in early. I've got on your screen, it says Subbing Kwan.
Subin.
Okay. I've got Mr. Riley Stroud and Miss Janet Morales. Okay. And everybody can hear me.
Yeah.
Okay. This is Calculus 2. I guess we'll go ahead and start in. My name is Mr. C, and I'm a 32-year math teacher at UNG. I don't know if y'all read my introductory materials on D2L. I have a condition for COVID. I'm fat. You can't see that with just my face. I guess you can see my fat face, but in any case, I have obese people have a condition for COVID, and so the university let me teach this completely online. I have taught this class many times, but always in a regular classroom. This will be my first attempt at a pure online. I was teaching this last spring through March in the regular classroom. When everything shut down around March 15th, I had to finish this class online, which was very strange. So we'll see if I do any better this fall. In any case, I'm going to start sharing. Anybody have any questions before we start? I'm going to start sharing, meaning I'm going to bring up the syllabus calendar.
I want to ask a really quick question. When we take the final exam, I'm actually not at that campus. I'm at Oconee campus. So how can I take that exam?
The exam will be available online.
Oh, it's online?
Yeah, the exam is online.
Okay, then never mind.
Yeah, should be able to take it anywhere. We'll explain that as we go down through. You guys are getting a reprieve on the normal final exams. Let me hit this arrow here, see if we got anybody else joining us. We have a Christian Gaitan, a Mark, a Madison Bro. That's all I can see of your last name. This is Kevin's iPhone, a Spencer, Pablo Gonzalez, Uzi El Escobar, and Yexal Lin. I can see you right in front of me. Okay. So just acknowledge everybody who came in. Austin Iverson. Okay. So yeah, oh, it's 10 o'clock, so I guess we'll charge in. Let me see if I can get this to share the screen. Can everybody see the syllabus? Okay. I hope I'm still recording. Kind of lost that. I haven't hit anything to not record, but the first two sessions I was supposed to be recording and it wasn't, didn't wind up recording. Okay, yes, it's 2460, Calculus 2, Fall Semester 2020 online. I go by Mr. C. My office is in 142 in the Watkins building, but I wouldn't come by there and see me. I won't be there. It's the same thing, I wouldn't call me there. I won't be there. Contact me via this email. I do not check the email in D2L. I use this email only. There's fax number, etc. All right, going down. Course changes, late registration is this week. Mid-semester drop date is October 9th. And yes, our final exam will give you more details, but it starts the Monday after Thanksgiving break. You'll have a couple days to look at it and a deadline to turn it in, and it is given online. All right, required text. Let's see if I can show this up to the webcam. This probably will look backwards to you. It looks like a mirror, but if you can see that, it may read backwards to you. You need a web-assigned code. You may be able to just buy the web-assigned code that will come with an ebook, or you may have your Calc 1 book. But in any case, yeah, we will be taking problems out of the book. The ebook seems to be identical to what's in the printed book. All right, there's supplementary text. Calculator policy, we generally use a graphing calculator. Again, this may look backwards to you, but TI 83, 84. All right, further down, all kinds of resources and the like. This is a continuation of Calc 1. You can see all the different things in the course description. The feedback I get is that this course is probably the hardest of the three. You know, there's Calc 1, Calc 2, Calc 3. The feedback I get is that this is the hardest one because we're working out a ton of integrals. There's a lot of tricks. There's no real formulas to memorize. And yeah, people tell me Calc 3 isn't as hard as this. I guess you'll find out as we go through. All right, as the course objectives, you can see all the wonderful things you'll be able to do when you finish this class. Methods of instruction, evaluation methods, and the days we'll spend. All right, course policy, very important to check in, submit the first assignments on time. We will not take attendance at any single event for this class. At the first of the semester, there are 2 attendance requirements. The syllabus quiz on D2L must be completed by Sunday night, this coming Sunday night. When you complete and turn that in, I'll mark that as an attendance event. And you're supposed to post something on the online discussion. I won't grade what you post. You don't really even have to post anything. As long as I see your login there, I will mark you as attended. If you want to say hello, say this or that, fine. I don't really mess with the discussion boards. I don't really discuss math. I teach math. I don't really get the concept of discussing math. I guess I'm not really brilliant. So yeah, I mean, you don't even have to post anything if you don't want. As long as I see your login on the discussion board, I'll mark you as in attendance. And those are the 2 attendance events. If you don't complete, you got to complete both. If you miss one or the other or both, then I've got to mark you as non-attending. Okay, let's see, disruptive behavior. I forgot, oh yeah, I hope everybody knows you're only allowed 3 attempts at any single class at UNG. So after 3 attempts, if you have to take a 4th one in this, you're supposed to have to go somewhere else. And yes, if you do not complete those 2 required attendance events, then they mark you the W, which counts as one of your 3 attempts. All right, final grades. One of the tests, there will be a test after every chapter. I believe there's 5. One of them will be proctored. That's where we can check your ID and verify your ID. I don't know which one it is yet. I'll announce it about a week in advance. The reason is that I've got to fight with the other teachers to schedule classrooms in the Watkins building. They've got 2 classrooms set aside, supposed to hold 12 people each. And I've got to get on the schedule for one of these tests to do that. That is the free option. The downside is, of course, that it will be at a specific date, specific time, and you'll have to comply with all protocols for COVID on campus. Meaning you got to wear a mask. I'll be wearing a mask, but it's free. The other 2 options, one of them is called Proctor U. You do that online. They have a way to check your ID, but they're going to charge you, I believe, $25 a test, but it only happens once. And the other option is the UNG Testing Center, where you have to show up there, but again, you can show up when they're open. You'll have to comply with protocols, and I believe they charge you $35 to take a test there. But it only happens once. Okay, we'll explain all this a lot further in, but there will be 1 proctored test. The rest of the tests will not be proctored. They'll have their own average. The web assigned homework, you'll self-report your web assigned grade. The quizzes, we're going to be a quiz every Friday, and it'll be on the Google form, same format as the syllabus quiz. That's worth 20%. And you're getting a reprieve on the final exam if there's any good side to this. Normally, for 32 years, I have been required to count the final exam 25 to 33%, a quarter to a third. Because we cannot proctor the final exam at the end, we are only count or have permission now to only count it like 10%. So you're getting a break on the final exam if that helps you. Okay, there are other, well, I repeated the course grading down here. That's real good. Oh, I'm sorry, I should have taken that. There's no such thing as book homework. I took that off. So it's the first one here. No book homework. It's the first one that I have shown you. Should have erased that. All right, 90s an A, 80s a B, 70s a C. And the rest of this is standard stuff or information for the school. I'm not going to read through it. I've discovered teaching online that I've got to keep these sessions short because the longer they go, the bigger the file they get. If I go into a regular classroom, I can just spout off for an hour and nobody thought a thing about it. But recording this with video and audio creates very big files, and they get very, very big, almost too big to unload. It takes hours to unload them if they go beyond like 30 minutes. So we're at 10 minutes now. All right, so I'll let you read down through all this. Inclement weather, we shouldn't have too much problem with it. 3 years ago, we had Hurricane Irma on September 11th, shut us down for like half a week. Barring that, hopefully there won't be any weather problems. And you can see all the different grades you can make in a class. Let me see if I can show the calendar. I'm showing the sections we're going to cover each week. There will be practice problems assigned out of these sections. We won't take those up. I've got no real way for you to send them to me, for me to grade them, send them back to you, short of scanning things, and there's just too much to mess with that. So there'll be web assigned problems assigned. You will self-report your web assigned grade. If you get them all right, of course, 100%. If you 10 out of 12 or whatever, and pay attention to the specific problems that I assign. They're on D2L. I don't assign all of them. I pre-screen them. And then the quiz every Friday. And then we'll have the 5 tests once every chapter. So we're looking for the first test August 28th. The second test over chapter 7, September 18th. So that's 2 tests in. We're getting the 3rd test in right on drop day. If you want to take it early so I can see your grade or whatever, if that makes a big deal to you by the way you're staying in, we probably can arrange something where you tell me you take it early and I can check your grade. You can take it early and the computer tells you your grade right there. Let me do chapter 9. This course, I just let you in advance, is very reasonable. It's chapter 9. That not my favorite section. I can't even fake enthusiasm for chapter 9, but we struggle through it. And then of course, after Thanksgiving, we start with online final exams. And again, we'll give it to you sometime during this week, and you'll have 2-3 days to look at it and a deadline to complete it by. This calendar. Here's the syllabus quiz question form. This is in D2L. So you won't answer on this form because you got no real way to send it to me and I got no real way to send it back. So your answers are going to be submitted on a Google form that's in D2L. If I can get to D2L, I'm going to try to show you that. Is there anything, any question? Anybody want to say anything before I go on and try to find D2L? Anybody want to ask anything?
Just wondering, so it's going to
Okay,
be,
just a sec, if you could, yeah, speak up just a little bit.
okay, so it's going to be a total of 5 tests. One test counts 30% and the other 4 count 5%?
The other average of the other 4 are going to count 20%.
Okay. Thank you.
Those are the non-proctored tests. You'll do them online, non-proctored. And the average of those is 20%. That one proctored test, the one test we picked to be proctored will count 30%.
Yeah, thank you.
Uh-huh. Anybody else? Okay. Let me see if I can find the D2L. Let's see. All right, here is my home page when I start D2L. So I've got 2 college algebras, a pre-calculus, and you guys are Calc 2. Does anybody need a lesson in how to access D2L and find this class? No? Everybody capable of doing that? Okay. So I'm going to start my class, or yeah, this class. The word that we hit 99% of the time, I kind of ignore all of this. I guess I'll look for your discussion thing for that homework under discussions. But I kind of ignore all of this except the word content. So I go to there. And this is where my content is. Okay, I put some stuff under overview. This is where I tried to put a welcome statement, trying to explain everything. You can read down through it. I don't have any bookmarks. I don't really have a course schedule here. The stuff I've posted has been under module 1. So that's where your syllabus is, calendar, the actual syllabus quiz blank question form is right here. So this is, again, where the questions, this is what I showed you on the other side, got it directly out of Word. These are where the questions are. And the actual answers should be under syllabus quiz Google form for responses. So there's a link to a Google form. You'd enter your email, and then these questions refer to that other question form, and you read the question, decide if it's true or false. If it's correct, you answer true, and you type the word true capitalized. If it's not correct, you type the word false capitalized. I'm going to keep to that system. You literally type these words as is, capitalized true or capitalized false. I'm going to keep to that system the entire semester for any response I take from you.
Sorry, Professor. I didn't see the screen. I only see the syllabus.
Oh, you're not seeing this?
No,
Okay.
I don't see it.
Okay, maybe it may not go to other tabs. I'm tabbing through it, so it may only be the first tab then. Let me see if I can get out of this. Oh boy, if I hit that, I bet I got, okay. You may, yeah, I'm tabbing through on stuff on my, okay. And it may not show you that. Are you back to this? Can you see this? I'm showing module 1, etc. Or are you only seeing the main form? Let me get back to what I'm seeing.
For mine, I just see the syllabus right now. There's no other screen.
I agree, me too. I only see the
Are you
syllabus.
seeing the syllabus out of D2L?
No, it's on Microsoft Word.
Yeah, it's a Word document. Like where you were at the beginning, it just seems like when you finished the syllabus, it just didn't go over to any other tabs that you clicked.
Okay. Thanks for telling me that. Okay, so I'm not sharing, yeah, I'm not actually sharing the D2L screens. When you get into detail, I guess I'll just have to tell you this and you'll have to try it on your own. You can always email me with questions, but when you get to D2L, all my stuff is on the left of the screen. There's a module 1 and a module 2, week of 8/17 to 8/21. If you go down and where you see there's a start here, in big capitalized letters, you can actually read that as stop here. Below that start here is the school form for this class, and I haven't entered anything for myself below there. You're welcome to look at it. I think there's some videos and some stuff for some of these sections. You're welcome to see what's there, but no assignments or anything are there. Okay, yeah, since you're not seeing much of this in D2L, let me
Here,
get
maybe
to,
try exiting out the Word document that the syllabus was on.
what now?
Try exiting out of the syllabus Word document, just like getting rid of it. Maybe that.
Okay. All right, let me see if I can do that. We're through with this. Okay, we stopped sharing. Let me share screen again and I'll see what's here. Okay. Can you see this Calc
Yeah.
2?
We can see D2L now.
We can see it
D2L,
now.
okay. So yeah, what I'm trying to show you is my stuff I've entered is module 1, module 2. Let me click on module 1. If I click on module 1, can you see this?
Yeah.
Can you see this? What it says under module 1? May not. Is it still on that first screen?
No, it's updating. Yeah, everything's
It's
good.
updating. Okay. So yeah, here's your syllabus calendar. The syllabus quiz has the questions, and here's the form for responses. Let me back up. Okay. Calc 2. All right, so what I'm trying to say is I've entered stuff here on module 1, module 2. The start here and the instructor read first, well, I guess that's hidden from student. I guess that's, you're hidden from that. But this start here, you can kind of read as stop here. Everything below is stuff that somebody from the school has entered, and I haven't put anything in below. I'm going to enter all my stuff above that. And again, you're welcome to look at anything they've got. They've got more videos, and if you find anything helpful, help yourself. All right, we're down at about 20 minutes, about 10 minutes left. Would it be helpful if I showed my expertise with my graphics tablet and worked a couple problems to get you started?
That sounds great.
Okay. Let me see if I can bring up OneNote. And the very first homework starts at section 5.6. Called, the subject is called L'Hopital's rule, and it's about taking limits. The homework is on page 352. It's going to start at problem 7. They're going to have you do those two different, they want you to do them two different ways. They want you to do them kind of the Calc 1 way, and then they're going to show you this new way out of Calc 2 called L'Hopital's rule. Let me kind of just to demonstrate, I am going to, if I can get my tablet up. Okay, there we are, scribbling. So this is actually off page 352, problem 7. They want you to take a limit as x approaches 4 of 3 times x minus 4, forgive the little scribble, divided by x squared minus 16. I'm going to do it the old way. Or
I
call it
can't,
the Calc 1 way. My
I
tablet's.
can't see the problem.
We could call it the Calc 1 way.
We're still looking at the D2L.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I can't see it.
You're not seeing any of this?
Yeah,
No.
we're still
Yes.
on D2L.
That is awful. Thanks for letting me know. Okay, let me stop share and share screen and do this. Can you see it now?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what I've been writing. Sorry for the scribbles. This page 352, problem 7. Go ahead. I saw your hand. Mr. Stroud, you're trying to raise your hand? Oh, okay, fine. So yeah, it's page 352, problem 7. It's pretty much the very first homework problem of the class. And it takes a limit as x approaches 4 of 3 times x minus 4 over x squared minus 16. Okay, I don't know if you remember that I don't know when you took Calc 1. If you took it last semester or spring semester, you didn't do limits. You haven't seen limits since January. If you remember about a limit, and we're only going to do this for one section, the very first thing you do is you plug in and look at what you get. And can you tell that if I plug in 4 here, well, okay, I just plug it in. 3 times 4 minus 4 over 4 squared minus 16. And can you tell then that you get 0 divided by 0? We called that indeterminate. I call it the oh crap moment. Oh crap, this means you gotta mess with things. So the Calc 1 way, and I have trouble locating my cursor with this thing. Under Calc 1, This one I hope you recognize can factor. You went limit as x approaches 4 of 3 times your x minus, can't really mess with the top here, nothing really to do. Hope you recognize the bottom can factor as x plus 4 and x minus 4. And these two factors of x minus 4 are what is screwing you up, giving you the 0 over 0. So hopefully you can see that you can factor them or cancel them. And now I can plug in my 4 into what's left. That gives me 3 over 4 plus 4. And that works out 3/8.
It's not supposed to be x plus 4.
All right, now that's the way you had to do it in Calc 1. And in Calc 1, things were cooked to either factor or use some other trick, etc. They refer to this on this page in the directions as using techniques from chapters 2 and 4. I'm going to show you the new way. This is called L'Hopital. A French guy in the 1800s called L'Hopital. So we can call this, oops, where are further down? Oops, further down. Calc 2 way. Call this the L'Hopital's rule. They say this in the section. Maybe I should actually give it to you. When you want to find a limit, it's really more of a scheme. It's not really a formula to memorize. It's more of a scheme. As x approaches some value, we'll say a, of an f of x divided by a g of x, and it works out 0 over 0 or infinity over infinity. These are called L'Hopital conditions. This scheme works only if the limit works out with either of these two conditions. L'Hopital figured out that you could take limit, where am I? Limit as x approaches the same number of the derivatives of each of these, g prime. This is not quotient rule. If you remember your quotient rule, this is literally the individual derivatives. It's much easier than the quotient rule. You plug in your value into this, you get a number out, great, you're done. If you happen to get, and on a few of them you will, the same L'Hopital conditions, well, guess what you can do? You can keep going, basically, to forever. Taking f double prime divided by the g double prime. If it works out, plug in the number, it works out great. If it still gives you, you can keep going virtually forever. So let's show you how it works on this, and then we'll have to be done because we're hitting our 30 minutes. So to rework this one by L'Hopital's rule, let's see if I can find my cursor. Oh, here I am. Okay, take limit. X approaches 4. I'll start it from the top. 3 times x minus 4 over your x squared minus 16. And we do get the 0 divided by 0. So L'Hopital would say, come over and take limit as x approaches 4. Can you tell your top derivative is just 3?
Yeah.
You got 3x, the derivative is 3 minus 12 is derivative 0. So I'm going to divide by. Can you tell your bottom derivative is simply 2x? I now plug 4 into that, and I get 3 over 2 times 4. And voila, there's my 3/8. Don't you wish you knew about this rule in Calc 1? I hope that made some sort of sense because we were about the limit of our time. Does anybody want to say anything before we... You don't have to mess with his chapter 2 and chapter 4 rule. You can just use this L'Hopital rule idea on all these problems. You don't have to work them out the old way. Does anybody want to ask any question or say anything before we kind of end the meeting where we've kind of hit our 30 minutes?
Mr. C,
Yeah.
I just have a question for you about the Google form. You told us about the 13 questions for 5.6 and 5.7.
Right. Now, is this on WebAssign?
Yeah.
Okay. So the idea was it kind of combines into one assignment for the week. You'll get the questions out of 5.6 and questions out of 5.7. There's 13 total.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to tell me how many you got right out of the 13.
And for 5.6, do we have to do it out of the WebAssign practice quiz?
Yes. All of them will be done out of the practice quizzes. Does that help?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else have a question or want to say anything before we end? I am planning the next Zoom meeting for Friday, but I haven't picked a time. Again, there's no attendance requirement at all. I'm going to hope this recorded. I will try to post this in D2L. That'll take me the next couple hours. But again, I'll send out a link to the meeting Friday at what time it is, and we'll try to record that one. The advantage, I guess, of showing up live is if you want to see a problem worked, I should be able to pick the page and problem out and work it for you live if you want to see that done. If you don't care about that, you can watch the recordings and see what other people asked about. Anybody want to say anything or ask anything before we end? Three, two, one. All right. Well, there'll be next Zoom meeting, I guess will be sometime Friday. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it.
Mr. C, you know what? Do you have time really quick?
Are you talking to me or?
Yes. I want to show my screen regarding about the stuff. I kind of confused the program.
Yeah, see if you can. Do you know how to do that?
And then give me 1 second, okay?
Why what?
Give me one moment.
Okay.
Can you see it?
Yeah, I see class insight, my class insights.
In that one, we put a math on this one, right?
Now I'm getting a piazza.com website.
Yes. So that is home screen. How we find our class?
In D2L?
No, in Piazza.
We have class assigned.
I have no idea how to find a class in Piazza. I've never heard of it.
I think yesterday I just signed up for Piazza, and that's why I confused.
As far as I know, the way to find the class is to get on the UNG website and look for D2L. It's under distance learning, distance ed. And D2L is the first link under distance ed. And that's where you start. Somebody is showing the screen. I've never heard of Piazza. I don't know what that is.
Maybe I got some kind of mistake. I thought we need use Piazza on this class. Do we?
We do not use Piazza.
We don't?
No, never heard of it.
Okay, then never mind.
Okay, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end the meeting. If you got any more questions, feel free to email me.